Have you ever noticed that when you have the right tools for the job runs really smooth and you can really do a professional job at things? So I decided today I'm going to make myself some pancakes for supper. And I put together the best tool to whip up the batter. Yeah, that ought to work. That ought to work. The right tools for the job is the way to go. Hi there, Neil here, the Twisted Leg Worker. December 7th, 2023, I hosted my very first Thrivalism Thursday. It's something that's going to be ongoing. Every Thursday, starting the second Thursday in January, we're going to do a webinar on Thrivalism Thursday. And I used a new product called Oconnect, put out by a company called Onpassive. And what an amazing tool it is. And similar to Zoom, you have an app, but it's not really an app that you download. You just log into your Onpassive ecosystem. And you get other things with it too. You get an email, 𝓘𝓷𝓽𝓻𝓮, and you have a website, a social media website, 𝓘𝓚net, 𝓘𝓷𝓽𝓻𝓮. How cool is that? You take a great big long URL and shorten it and put the name on it that you want so you can personalize it. Those three things come free. Plus, users can attend any Onpassive Oconnect webinars for free. You can't host one. You have to be an affiliate or purchase the product for that. But man, I tell you, Oconnect has proven to me that it is the best webinar tool out there. Has features that no one else has. Way, way, way better than the competition. So sign up for free and be a user and participate in any Oconnect webinar forever. Absolutely. You can't host one, like I said. That takes the willingness to become an affiliate or just purchase the product, either or. But the Thrivalism Thursday on December 7th went really well. I didn't record the whole thing. I should have, but I didn't record the whole thing because it actually has a feature right within Oconnect that records the meeting. But I did record a special guest I had. I had Bruce Poppy, from Unpopular Viewpoint. And Bruce, come on, and I'm going to play that part because that part I did record. And I'm excited to share that with you. But what is Thrivalism Thursday? Thrivalism Thursday has three components to it. The first part is personal development and spiritual, and also just attitude, inspiration. So what I did during that part of the initial introductory test run of Thrivalism Thursday, I played this video from Wallace D. Wattles' book, How to Promote Yourself. Now, that's not advertising promotion. It's like promote yourself in a job, like not demote. You promote, lift yourself up to a better position. And I shared one chapter of that book. So here it is.
Chapter 4. Promoting Yourself. The successful life is the advancing life, and the advancing life is lived by obedience to the evolutionary principle. The evolutionary principle is that advancement comes by more than filling your present place. And this is true whether you are an employee or are in business for yourself. However, a mere purposeless doing of more work than is required will not advance you. It will probably only tend to keep you where you are. If you are an employee and have no ambition but to more than fill your present place, it will be your employer's interest to keep you in your present place, and he will probably do so. You must know what you want to be, and you must more than fill your present place for the purpose of becoming what you want to be. Do not do extra work with the idea that by so doing, you may curry favor with your employer. That will put you in a servile attitude, and out of the attitude of self-direction. Do not do it in the hope that those above you will see your good services and promote you. They may find it more profitable to keep you where you are. Do what you do with the purpose of promoting yourself. You are more than filling your place in order to develop your faculties for filling a larger place. If your employer does not offer you one when you are ready for it, offer yourself to another employer. There are always places for the advancing man. Keep your mind fixed on what you want to be, and more than fill your present place. Your mental attitude will make you quick to see every opportunity for bettering your condition, and you will be competent to take advantage of opportunities when they come. Do not wait for an opportunity to be all that you want to be. Be all that you can today, and when an opportunity to be more is offered to you, take it. There is no such thing as lack of opportunities for the man who is living the advancing life, and who has an advancing mind. Everything that touches your life is an opportunity if you discover its proper use. Every circumstance, every seeming misfortune, every person you meet, every dog that barks at you or wags his tail as you pass, all have some element of usefulness to you if you will find it. Study them all, for they are your opportunities. Most men fail by waiting for some particular kind of opportunity, instead of being ready to seize every opportunity. Steadily hold a picture of all that you want to attain in person, property, and environment. Live the advancing life within by more than filling your present place. Live the accumulative life without by acquiring everything you meet which belongs in your picture, and you cannot fail. The stars in their courses will fight for you. Your success will be made by the evolutionary principle, the creative power of the universe.
So that was the first part. And all Thrivalism Thursdays, like I said, are going to be broken into 3 parts. The first part is personal growth. The second part is how can we make a world a better place by making our communities stronger? What can we do? And so it's kind of like a brainstorming session. I'm sure there's going to be ideas galore coming out. But what Bruce has done, he's went on a tour called the Truth Tour. And they inspired all their audiences on their tour to participate in things in their locale. And so without any further ado, let's just get right into what Bruce had to say. I started recording. If you want to start over, Bruce, I can record your part and put it in a video.
All right, fantastic. Well, yeah, my name is Bruce Poppy. I have a channel on Rumble. Unpopular Viewpoint is the name of the program that I do on there, the podcast, if you will. Been a digital soldier, signed up because I just saw all this stuff that was going crazy in the world, and did some research. Decided I needed to get my voice out there. I was encouraged by a couple of pretty influential truthers, if you will. Scott McKay and Kirsten W. are the ones who encouraged me to start my own channel, because Scott told me, he says, Bruce, there's people that you can reach that I can't reach, because everybody delivers a message in a different way, different, vibrational, matching and all that different type of stuff. So I just do research. My show is mainly about, we break down some new stuff. We talk about a lot about personal development, because we're all in training as we go through this operation to remove a lot of the evil and the tyranny that's plaguing our world, that we're going to need to rebuild. So we need to, be the best humans that we can be. So I got connected with Lewis Herms, and we did the Truth Tour. We did 3 or 4 or 5. I don't even remember how many. We did 77 or 78 different stops in just over a year, traveling around the country, going into different communities, encouraging people to get involved in your local community. Because a lot of times we get kind of stuck or focus on the bigger, the national, the federal type stuff, whether you're in Canada or United States or even anywhere else around the world. Is pretty similar in most countries. But we tend to get focused on that, the bigger, the macro, where we need to really be focused where we the people can have the biggest impact is in your local community. Because whatever operation is happening, but people, whether they call them white hats, the alliance, the good guys, whatever they're doing, to remedy some of the evil. They're not going to come into your local community and go to the school board and stand up for the children that are being indoctrinated with some pretty crazy ideologies. So we the people are the ones that need to do that. So what we've been doing over the past year and a half ish is traveling around the country, going in and doing little workshops, seminars, teaching people how to go to school board meetings, how to hold your sheriff accountable. Getting connected in your local community is super important. Where I live here in Pinellas County, Florida, we have a fantastic group. It's called Town Hall Patriots. And I know, Neil was talking about the Community Support Alliance that's, in his area. So these things are massively, crucially important for us, number one, to be connected to one another so we can help and, hold each other up so we're not on an island, because there's power in numbers. So, I mean, I'm a firm believer in what General Flynn says, that national or local action has national impact. Where we're going to see the changes is from the bottom up, not from the top down. There is no political solution to our current situation other than just holding them accountable, the people that we vote into office, allegedly, that are supposed to be our representative government. They end up doing what they want. They end up serving special interests. They're big donors and all that stuff. So we need to hold them accountable. So one of the newest things that we're rolling out is called RememberYourOath.com. RememberYourOath.com, where we're going to be holding sheriffs and civil servants accountable to the oath that they took when they took their office, because many of them are not upholding their oath. And that is an offense that is, conditions to be able to remove them from office. So this is, kind of the next phase of stuff where we're getting people activated to do things in their local community and start that process of rebuilding from the bottom up. So that's what I've been doing. I've been, doing, started off going to school board meetings, live streaming that, holding the people accountable. And it's worse and worse and worse as time goes on. The more that I learn, the more I realize how corrupt everything is. Even in a county where we have, conservative type people on the county commissioners, they're a bunch of liars and thieves. We got people elected that said no new taxes, but yet now we're facing one of the largest property tax increases in our county's history. And these guys said, no new taxes. So they're not upholding their oath. They're a bunch of liars and thieves. And it's time to do some recalls and get some people in there who are going to represent we the people.
Yeah, you bet. Tell us a little bit about what you're actually doing on the Truth Tour. That's stimulating the communities from the grassroots level.
Absolutely. Yeah. We're, like I said, we've been to 77, 78 or so different stops in the last year, all around the country. Even in, places that you would consider, not south. We went to New York, Boston, up in Oregon, Washington State, really deep blue areas. And there's lots of people who are, see and believe what's going on is not correct. And they're willing to do some stuff. So that's what we've been doing, is doing the teaching and training, encouraging and motivating, inspiring them. Hey, get off their couch, go to a school board meeting, go to a county commissioner meeting or a city council, and understand and learn what they're doing and what the laws that they're breaking, the lack of their oath, the corruption that's involved. We need to expose them. They're going to continue to run over us until we hold them accountable. So it's we the people are the ones that need to stand up and take our country back. And that's what we're doing. We're, like I said, we've been traveling around the country, taking a little break right now. There's going to be probably a shift in the because we'll see how things develop here going into 2024, where there's a lot of expected upheaval and chaos that's coming. So we'll, as conditions warrant on the ground, be, continuing that process to help people get activated in their local communities.
Yeah, right on, Bruce. That's good stuff you and Lewis Herms and the crew are busy doing. Just to enlighten you a little bit, since Joe's not here, I'll just fill in a little bit from my point of view what the Community Support Alliance is doing. That's CSA. We have a group that we put together that we meet weekly. and we've been doing that for 3 years now. We garden together. We teach first aid. We have, some of them have put up ham radio towers, and a good number of them have bought walkie-talkie devices so we can communicate with each other. So what in short, we were doing is getting prepared for the worst that could happen and hope for the best. We also have a political team that's very active with the local school boards and things to combat the transgender issues and things of that nature. And we also have political activists trying to get things happening right with our local government leaders for our county. And a little bit of pressure put on them as well as the local mayors. So all of those things in common law, that's another huge one. I have a friend who had a natural aptitude all his life since he was 16. He studied law and common law and protecting people's rights. And he had binders and binders of information, wasn't doing anything with it. And when the pandemic hit, I said, you know, I got to get this guy doing something with all that wealth of knowledge. And he's been helping many people with how to get back their rights, their absolute God-given inalienable rights. He's helped me in a couple issues too. A landlord that was trying to get me out, she wanted to turn it into an Airbnb. Well, legally, based on the civil law, she only had to give me 2 months notice if she was going to move in and gut it and get it ready to rent it out for Airbnb. Well, I played around. I ended up in there for 14 months. But so it was fun. I played the game the best I could. I could have still been there, but I knew sooner or later I was going to have to move because it was still her property and she was going to be moving in herself, so she claimed. And it's still sitting vacant. They gutted that particular half of the duplex. It was a duplex, and it's still vacant. And so, like, it's been a year and a half or a year and 3/4 that I could have been there. And anyway, it was a tough time. And whew, the rental market was so crazy that I lived in my truck for a month. I put all my belongings in a grow op that was no longer being used. And so that worked out fine. And I lived down by a boat launch, and somehow I retained and stood in my power and then never let it bother me. And now I got this little pad. I call it my launching pad. It's a little 1-bedroom apartment that I'm paying more for than I did for the other place. And I have to go outside if I want to change my mind. Yeah. Anyway, Bruce, if you wanted to just make a couple final comments to wrap it up, so we don't have a huge audience and Joe didn't show up, and I have great respect for you coming, and I'll just let you. Oh, by the way, do you notice I put your link up? People can actually link it.
Yep, click on the that's the Rumble channel where I do a morning newscast, or I call it morning viewpoint with Poppy, where I kind of we have some fun. We share some positive affirmation stuff, some personal self-development things. I like to share music because music is huge. It's a medicine for the soul. So I share a lot of music that kind of has some disclosure stuff in it, from years and years ago about what's going on currently. And then we, break into some news, showing you, digging into what's really behind some of these news stories, because a lot of them you can't take them on face value. The headlines, a lot of the headlines are, clickbaity. Once you click into the headline and you read through it, you realize that the story is different than what they're really, portraying it to be. And so we break down the narrative that I say the Luciferian assets and the ruling elites, the narrative that they're going, shoving down our throat. That's why my show is Unpopular Viewpoint, and my viewpoints are unpopular because they go against that mainstream narrative that they're trying to shove down our throats, which we know most of the stuff we've learned or been involved with our entire lives has been fake, phony, and false. So we're having to relearn, re-educate ourselves, unlearn some things. And it's a big, huge process. This Great Awakening it's a lot of fun. People get worried. There's nothing to worry about. Everything's under control. It's all going to work out. We just got some work to do. That's all. We just got to roll up our sleeves, get a little dirty, get some skin in the game, and we can make the changes that we want to have, to be on this this new age that we're going to be building, this new earth that we're going to be building. So I was super excited. And thanks, Neil, for giving me the opportunity to come on here and share with you guys. I'm sure I'll be popping in, an occasional Thursdays here and there. So I always like to keep my thumb on what's going on all over the place. And it's super exciting that Neil's doing the CSA thing up by him, and all the work that he's doing to help people become aware and awake to what's going on in the current realm that we're living in.
You bet, Bruce. And just for your enjoyment, I popped a link to a book by Wallace D. Wattles that was written in 1914. And it's how to promote yourself, not demote yourself, promote yourself. It's not about advertising. It's about lifting yourself up to fill bigger shoes. And it's all done with huge metaphysical background to it. I've been a fan of Wattles for some time now. He's written a few books, but that particular link, save it and give you something to listen to inspire you. It's really deep stuff, and it's well done.
The deeper, the better. It seems like I'm jumping off the deep end, going off the high dive, going deep as of late. That's where the universe is taking me. The things that I'm experimenting and learning, trying to understand, some of the simulation theory stuff that's going around there. And it's very interesting stuff. The reality, what's real and what's not real. I mean, all these different things. It's, makes you think. And we need to be, better thinking people.
Well, Wattles goes into quite a thing saying that when we prepare ourselves for a promotion, that means we're actually raising our vibratory level up to a different frequency, and therefore we can see things from a higher plane of existence. And that exactly thing is what happens. And I've been saying for the longest time is thoughts create our reality.
100%.
And we have to be careful what we think about as well as how we think. And Wattles helps, but my Thrivalism Thursday is going to be broken down into 3 parts. And the first part, my passion has been for years, metaphysics and Toltec and spirituality from a deep metaphysical background. And so the first third of Thrivalism Thursdays, I'm going to share some of that. I could probably talk 8 hours on that. In fact, I do 8-hour workshops on it. So I know I could talk 8 hours on it. And then we're going to talk about things like what you're talking about with and the CSA group and the Truth Tour, and how we're on the ground making the communities different. And then we're going to close and talk about the product 𝓚connect, because all of these web events are going to be done on 𝓚connect, because I absolutely love the platform, and I see the potential of shifting podcasts into web events where there's more participation than from the audience. And therefore what will happen is we've got a whole bunch of podcast junkies, but that's all they do. They don't do anything outside the hole. They don't do anything outside. In fact, they don't do anything between their ears. They just go from podcast to podcast. And I think that if we took this web event and played it right, I think we can stimulate a lot of them into learning things that they can actually apply right where they live. Once again, Bruce, I'm not going to hold you. I could talk to you for hours, no question about that. And I truly thank you for coming on, and even under the conditions of your health recovering after surgery, like that's proof of the kind of man you are and the kind of commitment it takes to make the world a better place. Thank you much.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we're in this. It's a fight. It's a war. I might be a little bit injured, a little bit recovering. Had some surgery. Had a pacemaker defibrillator changed out, so it's pretty sore where they were digging around in there. It's kind of swollen. This is my first day really doing stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of take it easy, ease back into some stuff, because I'm better on the battlefield than I am off.
Right on, man. So you take care, and I'll bid you farewell and wish you the best. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Neil.
Merry Christmas.
Good night, Bruce. Nice to see you.
Yeah, good to meet you, Harry, and everybody else.
Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas to you too.
All right, guys. So it's now the 4 of us. So there's a 6. Somebody else.
There's Priscilla is in the back as an attendee, huh?
Priscilla.
Yeah, if you go into attendees, there's a Priscilla.
Hello, Priscilla. Would you like to speak? If you would like to join the panel, I'm going to turn the recording off here. So that was a good message from Bruce, and a little bit about the Community Support Alliance, CSA, the group that I'm a part of. And in January, I will have Joe Jakubowski, who was the founder of CSA. I'm going to have him on one of my talks, so you'll be able to hear a little bit more from him and all of the aspects of CSA that I never covered. All in all, we're going to have three major components to Thrivalism Thursday. We're going to have the first component, which is personal development, personal growth, spiritual growth, and becoming a better person. And that is going to be powerful. That's my forte, because I've had 45 years of Toltec and metaphysical background and all kinds of spiritual courses and all kinds of sales and marketing and inspirational courses that I've spent close to 30,000 or more, probably more, in my lifetime. So I've got something of value to share there. The community portion, where we part two, is when we all work together and we brainstorm. We come up with new things that we can do. I'll have guest speakers come on, as I have in my test run, and hopefully have Bruce back again, and there'll be more. And some of the people who are already in Onpassive, they may want to step up to the platform and say what they've been doing to their community and make it in a better place. So we're going to make the world a better place, because we will thrive and be happy. That's what the whole concept is all about. We will thrive and be happy. And then, of course, the third part is going to be talking about Onpassive, the tools that Onpassive has. And for those people who choose to be affiliates, they will be able to learn from the people who are putting things together and building a team. But the most important part, it's all inclusive. We're using the best tools on the web. Onpassive is providing some amazing products, and there's a whole bunch more coming. So just remember, when you sign up with Onpassive, you get 3 things for free. Actually 4. You get 𝓚, so it's a Gmail alternative, as an example, with tools that are better than Gmail. You get 𝓚net, which is a social media platform, and I'm sure that's going to be really hot number for some people, because it has the blog capabilities, group capabilities, and things of that nature. So, and it's in development. It's going to be amazing. And the third tool, you take a huge long URL and you can shorten it and put the name of the URL the way you want. You can personalize it. And so those 3 tools are free to use for just signing up. Plus, anyone who attends 𝓚connect webinar, all Thrivalism Thursdays are going to be done on 𝓚connect. So you're going to have to sign up as a free user in order to attend. So you get the ability to attend all 𝓚connect webinars, no matter who does them. And that is all for free. Those who want to host a webinar, well, they're going to have to upgrade to be either affiliate or they have to purchase the product. Same as Zoom. And the best part is the numbers of people that you get for the amount that you pay. It's awesome. And the potential for making money for the affiliates is definitely there. So Thrivalism Thursday, once again, personal growth, community development, and using the amazing tools of Onpassive and increasing your ability to make some money for yourself, and that will make a difference to what you can do to change the world as well. Imagine if you start making money on the side with something like that, and you're making so much money you can quit your day job and you can spend your whole day making your community better and doing things that make a difference to make this world what it's supposed to be. You see, the globalists have this idea that, for crying out loud, they said that we're going to have nothing and be happy. No, Thrivalism Thursday. We're going to thrive and be happy. Yeah, we're going to thrive and be happy. None of this nonsense, have nothing and be happy. We're going to thrive and be happy. Who wants to watch a video of somebody rafting down the whitewater rafting when you can go out and do it? We can actually live. Absolutely. We will thrive and be happy. So Thrivalism Thursdays is going to be a big hit, a really big hit. So join Onpassive for free and get those 3 things for free, plus the ability to attend any OConnect webinar. And we'll see you on a Thrivalism Thursday real soon. I'm keeping this one really short, and I wish for you and your family peace profound. I wish for you and your family peace profound. See you Thursdays.